Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the One Week Love reaction series. I'm Seb. You can tell by my voice that I'm a bit under the weather, but I still want to do a reaction video anyway. No guest today, unfortunately, but soon. We might have a special guest soon. Let's go, episode 5. TheSmartLocal.com. Hey, episode 5. Wow, we're halfway through, sir.
I won't say characters.
She said characters, love. I would have friends like send me videos on Instagram of their group of friends watching the show, and then they will ask their friends, hey, who's your favorite character? Then I reply back like, hey, I'm not a character, I'm a person. So it's funny that she almost said character. The cliffhangers for One Week Love are great. I was telling Julia and Hafiz, like the producers, that after each episode ends, like the cliffhangers, I'm like, oh no, what happened next? Then I remember, wait, I know what happened next because I'm on the show. I mean, that's an indication that it's great because I'm just like, I want to know what happened next, even though I already know.
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa.
Wow, this Love Cupid's voice, quite nice, huh?
I don't think you should brush it off though. I'm super open to criticisms.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So a few things that Gary said, where you shouldn't brush things off. He's super open to criticism and he apologizes straight away. I mean, he might have done the things that he did. It's a big sign of maturity if you can acknowledge what you did and try to rectify the situation and try to understand from her point of view. I mean, it's great lah. I almost dropped my pao. That's why. If you rewind back, you can see me like fumble my pao because... yeah. So that was a genuine reaction because I was trying not to drop the pao. I actually can't remember whether that was a genuine question or whether it was something that the producers like prompted us to say. Yeah, it's a... You see, they're asking the same thing. So I don't know whether it's the producers ask us to ask or like whether we ask on our own accord.
I think he's not like interested. I think he just wants to explore.
Probably like get to know her.
Yeah.
The mindset behind the coffee, tea and me pics, right? Like all the breakfast dates, it wasn't really who we were interested in. It was more of like, this is an opportunity for us to talk to somebody that we haven't talked to.
I would want to walk in on my parents because
At the time, me and Sam we were just chilling and talking, and we went down such a deep rabbit hole. Like,
so there was one afternoon, I can't remember which day, I think it was quite early on. Gary and I, we were alone sitting at the exact same place. And we suddenly just talked about very deep stuff. Like the conversation became super deep about our morals, our principles, what we want in life, what we look for in a partner. And it was very honest and real. Yeah, I don't know whether... I think they probably filmed it lah because we are filmed 24/7. It's quite a nice conversation and I got to know Gary pretty well after that conversation.
Sam and he had a deep conversation, so I just like asked her like what we talk about values and we talk about what we want. I don't know what to say.
Eyes
Yeah,
smile.
yeah, I like ice cream.
How do you smile with your eyes? It's another
excited for today?
cooking session. I didn't look forward to the cooking sessions, honestly. It was so chaotic.
so all those ones to do the rice go to the right side, and then
Gary missed an opportunity to say, all those doing the rice, go to the rice side.
Maybe they'll be better this time. Like they won't screw up the cooking so much.
Might not teach me to listen to the veggie.
They actually never show. I think this is the cooking session where Oliver was like cooking the egg, right? There was this part where he actually flipped the egg with the frying pan and it was the best thing. It was like the smoothest thing and all of us were like, oh, you did it, Ollie! I think it's this one because they show him cooking the egg lah, but they never show, but it was great. At this point, all the wontons were falling apart and we were like, we don't know what to do! Yeah, Gary burned himself, he scalded himself, and after this shoot we were all like, hey Gary, you okay or not? Like we were asking him and then he was just like, oh it's fine, but his hand was red for the remainder of the shoot lah. He had a plaster over there. If you notice in subsequent episodes, right, you can actually see a plaster on his hand. Yeah, we should have just fried that thing the entire time. The fried ones were great. And then they immediately show a naked Gary.
then you get a full sleeve.
Get a full sleeve, Gary. I know some people to recommend.
Gary was very sincere about it.
He was. Oh, I remember this place. So Tyrion organization, right? They had this like, I think it acted as like a daycare for kids, but they brought us there to do some challenges like. It was meant to like recreate all the childhood games that we used to play, like ball pits, marbles. I didn't play marbles when I was a kid. Chapteh, I played Chapteh in primary school. They jumbled up the days. So this was actually on the second last day. And if you can tell, like all of us looked quite tired lah because this like the second last day. This was an entire day of filming, then they brought us here and it was a lot of waiting lah. So at this point already, you could tell that we were quite tired. And the reason why all of us were standing like that, right, because there was a very big height difference and we didn't want to bend down like that. The only thing we could do was to spread our legs lah.
Where you'll go back in time to relive your best childhood memories.
Hey, pull me back. Hey.
unnecessary.
I didn't even know Don did that. When we first saw him dive into the ball pit, all of us were like, what the hell are you doing? We took damn long to find. It was like digging through an endless supply of balls and it's like never ending. And it's just like, after a while, you just become like, oh my gosh, like you become lost in the balls. And there were other things inside also. Like there are other things inside. There were like socks. There were like other weird things inside that people lost. And it was just like, we would think like, oh, is this it? But no, it's not. It's not part of the game.
Oh, that's so fast.
It's not fast. We were there for quite a while. There are a lot of socks that people drop that they just don't take back.
I'm not even find anything there.
Don is like, how do you even find anything here? It's damn hard. We just couldn't find all the things. Yeah, so this next marble one, right, we had to land on the orange and it was damn hard. In the end, right, later on, Brandon rolls it. He knocks that marble, right, that I threw out of the way. Then I had to redo again. And it took me damn long to redo the thing. I think it got to the point where, right, just couldn't get it. Then the producers were like, never mind, just go. Freaking Gary! He kicked the box! Yeah, we didn't actually make it. I was quite bad. This is the worst high five of all time. I remember the girls took damn fast to complete this. And I think after the ball pit, the guys and I sort of knew, we should lose one. We knew already lah. At this point we knew already. Casey and Donovan the same here. Like, I would ask them like, do you guys remember doing this? Then they'll be like, no, I don't remember like doing this at all.
Underwear. Don't ask
Don't last year. Yeah, at this point we weren't sure what was happening, honestly. We don't know whether this was like a girls thing or whether the producers told the girls to do this. This is our genuine reaction. Like, we were just chilling and suddenly they come inside. There were like camera people behind them and they were like, okay, come with us. Then we were like, huh? You can see how confused Brandon is. He's like, what's going on? It's all genuine reactions.
You want Maggie?
I'm just like,
Just what you want.
what's going on? We were all mic'd up, so you could see us like trying to remove our mics and everything. So that's why it was a bit weird to wear the shirts. It's Julian! What's up, Julian? Oh. So there are a lot of comments saying that Gary is vaping here, right? He's not. Even when we were watching this like together, right? We would ask Gary like, hey, are you really vaping? And he's like, no, I'm not. Because there are cameras around, right? Why would he be doing that? Not like they do it without cameras. But if you look, he's not holding anything. You can see inside his head if you zoom in, right? He's not holding anything. So according to Gary, he's just doing, because all of them were like, oh, and then he was just doing like, oh. Even his lips are pursed. He's like, but he's not holding anything. He's not vaping.
What?
You can hear in Casey's voice when she says, what? Casey is actually sick. So in this particular scene, she actually wasn't feeling well.
Now that we're almost halfway
Oh my
through-
god. So this scene, right? The reason why we're all shirtless here is because I saw Oliver and Gary. This is Oliver and Gary's room. And I just saw them there. They were suntanning. You see the sun is shining through. And I was like, I want to suntan too. So I took out my shirt and I just laid in between them. And after that, Don came and then he was like, yeah, I also want. So just four of us just laid there. Then Brandon just walked in like, what are you all doing? He helped us take photos and everything. But we were there just chilling for quite a while actually. We were just talking about, I can't remember what we were talking about. We were just talking about nonsense, I think. But that was quite a fun scene.
Hi, I'm Kyla. I'm a relation manager with Gai Gai.
You want help in love? Go to Gai Gai. So if you look closely, right, you can see the patches that we're wearing on our clothes. It's mosquito patches. The place that we were at actually had a lot of mosquitoes. I've had several questions asking like where this is because they were like, oh, it's quite nice. We want to know where it is. This is the top of Funan. On the rooftop of Funan is just this like grass sitting kind of area that you guys can go and just chill.
He's very task-oriented.
Yes, ADHD, hyper focusing.
A scent test now.
So the previous day, the producers were like, hey, wear this shirt to sleep. They gave us each t-shirts to wear in a plastic bag and then we took it out and then we just wore it overnight. I didn't think much of it. So when I took it out, right, I was just like, how come it smells like stale? It didn't occur to me to spray perfume and everything on it. Yeah, so the rest of the guys all spray perfume all this. I never, when I took out, I was just like, oh, this smells so stale. But then they asked us to wear it, I was like, okay, lor. They asked us to wear it to sleep.
Well, 4 months.
I'm 4.
You just smell like a new t-shirt.
Exactly! Thank you! So if you can tell, right, you can see my face, right? This is like the next few days. My dark rings are insane. I'm just like, this is the end of the day. So we were up since like probably 7, 8 a.m. in the morning. We were just all quite tired lah. This is me just like zoning out already. This entire segment actually took quite long. We were up there for quite a while. The good thing is that because it was at Funan, we didn't have to travel anywhere. Like, we just took the lift up. The reason why I look like that is because, right, a lot of the smells, right, just gave me a headache. You know, sometimes when you walk through like the perfume department and you just have too many scents and everything is too strong and you just get very lightheaded, right? That was me. My pick was the one that didn't make me feel lightheaded. It was the least strong one, the subtle one. That's the one that I like.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
The part that they didn't show was kind of like a personality test that she asked us to do. She asked us to draw a horse. She asked us to draw a cube. Whatever we drew was an indication of whatever personality we had. What color is the horse? For example, my horse was brown. She would be like, oh, okay, if you drew a brown horse, then after that you are this, and stuff like that. They didn't put that part in. It's also a running joke with the boys, right? Because Brendan didn't have time to draw his horse, right? And didn't have time to put what color, right? So he just went to put there horse color. Donovan's horse, right? Donovan rode a purple horse. So we were at the lift, right? We were just asking her after the shoot, like, my horse was white, what does it mean? My horse was black, what does it mean? Donovan went to ask, hey, if my horse was purple, what does it mean? She was like, there are no purple horses. Then Don's face was like, we have two running jokes lah. One is horse color and one is purple horse.
Yeah, she just want to know him better.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
This is a great episode. This was very intense. So next episode is going to be very juicy and intense. I might have a special guest. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!